large, swirling dark cloud above the castle. You can see from one of the tall spires there's an eerie red glow. Out of context, new players who are not in this story yet, you will be introduced at the table.
Okay.
It gives you the opportunity to watch everybody participate first and do a little stuff, and then feel a bit more comfortable introducing yourselves afterwards. So.
I disappear.
Okay.
Just does the peace sign and disappears.
Very much so.
Strahd himself will get out of the carriage and open the door for all of you. Bending over as he did at the bridge, head bowed down, opening the door.
I think Silver just steps out.
Okay.
Yeah. Hop, skip, and jump.
Step out as well. Make sure that Peggy can get out as well.
Okay.
So funny.
That's not gonna be a bit confused, but they will walk out.
Just so I can reintroduce it to you, there is a very beautiful stained glass window above you, about here, where the gargoyle is, and then it kind of dips into like an alcove, like an overhang, that leads to the front door about 60 feet in, or 30 feet, roughly. 40 feet, I think. The stained glass window above you has been shattered and has not been repaired.
Unfortunate.
Shall we go inside?
Egg.
I think Silver just shrugs.
Yeah, I'll follow Strahd into the indoors.
That Des is going to is basically gonna poke at Silver's like shoulder, and just ask them, what the hell is happening?
Wait, who? Whose shoulder?
Des, no, on your shoulder.
Okay. Well, after we got to the bridge and like we got attacked by wolves. We met these two people, Irina and like Ismark. Ismark's kind of like pissed off about everything. Irina's kind of a little bit scared of everything. And also we met Strahd.
You know,
Just Strahd.
right?
Yeah. I'm whispering.
Okay.
I'm whispering.
This is me whispering.
Yes.
I don't think he knows what whispering is.
I just thought it was assumed that he was whispering. It's just like,
It's
okay.
just cute, the idea of just, I'm whispering! Beat out!
And I think after that, like, he's gonna take Des a few steps away from them and begin whispering again.
Okay.
Not suspicious at all.
Just like,
Oh shit.
also, yeah, Strahd is like the dictator of this whole entire land for like 400 years ish.
And we decided that's a good idea to go right in their residence.
I mean,
Was there any plan that I wasn't aware of, or
he was
anything
sort
that
of
we
just at
should
the end
know
of the
before things
bridge.
go bad?
He was at the end of the bridge and also seemed kind of rude to refuse.
Well, shit.
Also, Peggy, come here.
She'll totter over.
Okay, can you
Hey,
also
what happened?
can you do the whole entire message thing so that like we can start like doing it telepathically?
She's gonna use message. You want me to talk to you, brain stuff?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Can you please message just message
It's
Des.
Des.
Yeah, Des. I was almost gonna call you Ripley.
From another game.
Yes. But yeah. Anyways, can you please explain the whole entire thing that's going on with like Strahd and like Irina and like
I mean,
Ismark
you
and
can
the weird
explain to me
shit?
later.
I can
You
tell
can explain
you.
to the rest later.
I'm gonna talk in their head. I can tell you in your brain hole so they don't hear.
I mean, you can explain the rest later. Right now we're just in what you guys reference a dictator's residence.
Yeah.
Well, I nearly died, so.
Amongst
Oh,
the
yeah.
silence, Strahd is going to close the door to the carriage and then slowly walk back turned to the rest of you towards the front door.
Oh yeah, that was another reason why it seemed unwise to go continue on alone.
Well, let's see what we got ourselves into. He is going to yes, they're going to proceed to walk ahead.
Okay. Great. Strahd will open the door and walk in, and then we will change map.
New map.
I'm gonna pull you guys all onto the board right here. In fact, let me also pull the other individuals, but first I have to find the... there we go. Okay. I've got to find this one, select, and remove Strahd from the search bar, and that'll pull up our tokens. We've got very fine white background square with blue body. We'll have this one over here, this one over here.
The fact that the turn order is still up is menacing.
Oh, apologies. Piggy.
Wait, was that you or was that Strahd talking?
That's me right now.
Okay.
I will clarify. It is the same voice, so hold on. We got Piggy, we got Odor over there, we got Silver here.
Very fitting if we're having dinner at Strahd's house that the turn order is always up.
That's a great
Gotta be
point.
ready.
That's gonna
Gotta get
happen.
Zara
We'll be
out there.
fine.
Oops, I don't... Did you change that, Zara?
I did. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make
No,
it
I don't
not
care. You're
circling.
I don't care as long as it suits what you want. I'm not OCD or
I
focused
don't know
on it.
how to make it circly. I tried.
Oh, I have a website you can go to. Hold on. It's really fast to use.
I believe that's all 4 of you? Yes. So... I presume all of you are just following Strahd at this point?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you guys go through the doors? I think so, right? Cool. Great. I'm gonna just put all of you in like a march order, and as you guys walk in here, you enter a small like foyer with like
Oh yeah.
there are gargoyles in each of the 4 corners of the room that look like dragons, all pointing towards the center. And they just almost seem to watch you as you move through.
I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna point at them back.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a
That's-
perception
yeah.
check real quick?
Ooh.
Definitely not ominous at all.
Oh, you know what? That's a great point. We'll just go ahead and keep that up too, just in case.
That is 16 minus 1, so 15.
You see one of them blink.
I blink back. Aggressively.
After that, they just seem to remain almost statuesque. Upon entering this octagonal room, there are 4 giant pillars, in the corner of each of which is just a gothic gargoyle, not in the shape of a dragon. They almost represent like impish creatures made out of stone. There's a hallway leading upwards that turns into a staircase, beyond the corner of which you see a reddish glow up above you. It's very faint and it's coming from just the end of the hallway. And as you enter, there's also this double door, which seems to be relatively impressive in size. Each one, the normal doors you came through were each 5 feet tall. This one is twice as tall as a 10-foot tall set of double doors.
So, 20 feet tall?
No, because the first one is 5 feet tall.
Oh, I thought you said it was double the amount of a 10-foot.
I doubled the double.
Double.
And as you guys enter this area, Strahd just turns and heads down this way.
Oh yeah, and also, do we know where Irina and Ismark went?
They're with you.
Okay.
I need to. That's a good point. Let me add their tokens in here. There you go. They'll be in the back. There is a staircase this way that seems to go both downwards and upwards, and a knight that stands guard here. It seems to be just a suit of armor. As you approach the end here, there is a door, set of double doors, oops.
They're in this together with us.
Yeah. He will open the door for all of you, and you walk your way in. Let me open up my little notebook thing, where I can provide a descriptor. Inside this room, there are three enormous crystal chandeliers which brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Stone pillars stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods: roasted beast based in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you, with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid, each of which have a tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, floor to ceiling, mirrors, stands a massive organ. It blares out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. I guess it's not going to blare out, it's going to be more subtle. But it says blare in the book. Seated at the organ is a spectral figure that seems to be facing away from you. A single caped figure gently playing the keys, almost wistfully. As Strahd himself enters the room, the ghastly figure stops, and a deep silence falls over the dining hall. It turns to face all of you, and then walks into the organ and disappears.
Can I don't like the silence. Can I use Mage Hand to have it continue to play the organ?
Sure, roll performance.
Alright. Okay, that's a good die for this. Because it'd be embarrassing if I failed.
It would be.
That would be.
Also, inside the room are other figures which we will give them the opportunity to introduce once you're done.
How well does an 11 do?
It sounds like a cat is walking across the piano keys.
They probably, that's probably the answer. So the hand is just walking across the keys. But I like it, and it sounds fun to me.
Exactly. So,
Can I interject?
yes, please.
When the mage hand fails at playing the organ, I shake my head and cast my own mage hand and assist her. I rolled a 17. Can we play together?
Can you do it with advantage? Or sorry, can I get another roll for Allie and you take the higher of the two numbers?
Do you want me to roll with advantage or just
No,
roll
just
again?
roll another time. And take the higher of the 11.
That is a natural 20.
There you go.
Ayo.
So, not only are both of your hands right or left-handed?
I'm gonna say
I
mine.
will cast the right hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's probably left-handed.
Cool. So you guys take up the appropriate space on the organ, and now with the assistance of a mysterious new individual casting Mage Hand, both of you together play where the melody left off.
I want to imagine they shake hands and then they do the knuckle crack and then they just start playing.
Wonderful. Fully support.
My character had like her face scrunched up with the first few notes, and then like now she's just kind of nodding along. She's like, okay, they just needed a warm up.
I'm better at a lute.
Who would like, of the new people, who would like to introduce their characters first?
I'll go first. So, my character Phineas T. Slogfoot dresses kind of like a carnival caller, and you get the sense that he is a little bit of a carnival barker, except he's trying to sell everybody at the table little vials of green liquid that say Phineas T. Slogfoot's cure-alls. He is going through the virtues of Phineas T. Slogfoot's cure-all, which includes cures for arthritis, headaches, diarrhea, constipation, as well as various other ailments. He's very pleased to let everybody take a whiff of it, and when the bottle opens, it does not smell great. He will not shut up about it, probably annoying everybody at the table.
Can I get you to roll either a performance or persuasion check?
Amazing how it cures both diarrhea and constipation.
Wow. It's acid, so it just takes rid of all of it.
It seems like they're just trying to sell you some nonsensical product. But they're really, at least they're really passionate about it. Which is a good sign anyway.
Passionate about it. But he boosts himself up on his little traveling case on his chair. He's a halfling, so he has to sit a little higher so everybody can see. Instead of standing, he sits this time because it wouldn't be appropriate at the table. He wears a red ascot because that's all the fashion where he's from, and a dusty, worn jacket he wishes looked a lot better, but it does not.
I think Silver takes one of the silver things and just smells it.
Can I get you to roll a con save?
Okay.
Because it has been self-described as pretty rancid.
Okay.
Oh dear.
On.
Okay. Exactly.
That smells awful.
There's like gets to the point where what rations you've had come up into your mouth and you're able to have a little bit of another meal before your first one.
It is the providence of the medical community that if it smells, it sells because it's good. You want that smell. That means that it's working.
Strahd interjects and will say, "After all, he who smelt it dealt it." And I, sorry, I'll go ahead.
Everyone takes two psychic damage. That was such a bad joke. Peggy is like, she's normally very happy, but she's just frowning now.
My character kind of just goes, that was terrible, but funny
Can we
because it was
stop playing
terrible.
the piano? Just at that moment, just
Just crashes.
Oh no.
Strahd will take the opportunity to walk to the end of the table and pull his own seat out and sit down.
I'm taking the other side.
I guess my character, she's very respectful, so she would like stand up just before he sits down and then sits down when he sits down. She's just...
Okay. We need...
Oh.
Desi, Otoro, yeah, I saw your thing disappear. You're good.
Oh, we're good?
Yeah. Arena and
There's not enough
Ismark will... There's not enough chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, Silver!
Wait, isn't this supposed to be like also be another
Someone
person?
can sit at the organ. Someone sit at the organ, please. That's
I'll-
fine, right?
I'll sit at the organ. I'll leave my chair for Silver.
Okay. I thought this was like a different person, but
The spectral figure that was playing the pipe organ
Thank you.
will return out from the wall and then provide an extra place of silver. Actually, well, they won't come out from the pipe organ. They'll come out through the double doors they'll open, and they'll provide Peggy with a little thin table and silverware and food, and they will sit next to you.
I get the kids' table.
You get the kids' table and a private servant.
I mean, makes sense. I'm probably the youngest.
For new introductions, we still need Momo's character and Zara.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So my character, she is... she has very pale skin that almost has a tint of blue to it. She's covered, she has like a hood on, and you can tell that her hair's in a ponytail, so you can't really see it because the hood's covering it at the moment. She wears very dark colors that kind of blend into her environment. Brown hood, corset, like a cream colored top, and just like cargo pants type thing. And she's just chilling. She has like her elbows on the table, her hands and her chin's resting in her hands. She's just looking around, eyeing everyone down. She's just chilling. She's just there. That's it. I'm not really good at describing characters.
You did great.
It's all good.
We're all here. It's okay.
There's also like, well, she's wearing gloves and stuff, so she's very like covered. You can't really see that much of her. Yeah. Mysterious.
You know what I just realized? This person isn't here.
What?
That's the person who is late and isn't gonna be able to make it today.
Oh.
Hey, Peggy, there's a
I'm
free
just
seat.
still sit with the ghost.
Okay.
He's nice.
You like the kitty table? I would love to go to the kitty table. Like,
I wanna go to the
personally
kitty
me,
table.
but not my character. Not my character, but personally me.
Same.
It's the best table.
It is.
Honestly, I've been
Maybe-
put a bit on edge that Phineas has immediately tried to sell me stuff.
Maybe Strahd specifically asked for that seat to be like saved for that person.
I like
there
almost
is a-
like
There is a table and place set up for them. They're just not there.
That and I don't want to sit next to him. He kind of, I don't know. I already could tell he knew I was thinking about him and talking to Silver about him in his head. So I can imagine Peggy's like, yeah.
He gives off weird vibes.
You do. He kind of smells.
Everything does seem sketchy at the moment.
Alright, Zara.
Yep, so Zara is a tiefling with long spiral horns and red skin. She's sitting at the table with her arms crossed, kind of huffing every now and again, rolling her eyes, has a scowl on her face. She's not happy to be here. She is wearing, I don't know how to describe Princess Jasmine style clothing, Arabian Night, genie vibes, midriff, that sort of deal. Arabic style genie clothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's Zara. Don't know a lot about her other than she's a tiefling, red skin, fancy clothes, and is not impressed.
Strahd will wait for a bit to make sure that conversation and people's joy doesn't go squandered. He'll wait patiently.
Oh.
Kind of just amused that you all feel comfortable and are enjoying yourselves. Whenever you guys take
I'm not
food from the
comfortable.
table, it does replenish. And even more amusingly, he is very excited that somebody is at the same time not enjoying themselves.
Silver's very
Oh gee, I
confused.
wonder.
Yeah. I think Silver is very like not used to using silverware, so he's just like very much like trying to figure out how like forks and knives work.
You don't need forks and knives. You have hands, the best ones.
Can I get you either a performance or charisma check or survival check from Silver to
Okay.
determine how well they can use their utensils?
Okay, I'm gonna use. Okay, what's? You said survival, performance, or
I don't remember what the last one was. Something
just
check
Charisma.
charisma?
Charisma, I think.
Yeah, one that you
Okay.
believe would be is able to explain you attempting to use silverware.
Okay, but I'm gonna do this at disadvantage. I really don't think that he has used silverware since he was like a child.
Perfect.
He uses fork backwards.
Surprisingly, it passes. You dropped stuff a couple times, including the silverware. And Strahd is just very amused, but doesn't say anything.
Silver's just enjoying the food.
Yeah,
He's not even talking to people. He's just enjoying the food.
it is genuinely quite
Literally-
incredible. Especially after traveling for so long on the road for multiple days in a row. I believe it might not be multiple days, but at least from the food that you've had available to you for a while, this is impressive.
This is really good.
Sell
like,
him the
years.
rabbit belt. Sell him the rabbit belt.
That is an option. As a DM.
my character's just angrily munching the food. Probably just having bread, something simple. She's just nom nom nom.
What's the strength for? To see how strong your bite is into the bread?
Break a plate, break a plate, break a plate.
Break a plate, break a plate.
Give in to your intrusive impulses.
I am your intrusive impulses. Break the plate.
So, Strahd breaks the there's like 5 to 10 seconds of silence, and Strahd will fill that with, so, I've invited all of you here today because you seem interesting, and I'm not sure. Well, I'm more curious what you might have to offer.
Well, I'm glad that you asked because I have a lot to offer you. Let us
Oh,
start
no.
with the
Oh, no,
population
no.
that I observed coming in. Let me just say I have not seen a group of people more Pelor since I traveled through the Underdark. Let me tell you right now, Phineas T. Slugfoot patented recipe for improved health will restore flush to your people, make them more vigorous, make them more productive. I call it Phineas T. Slugfoot's productivity cure. I can begin production any moment. You just say the word, provide the right supplies, and of course, for a small fee, we can get it up and running as soon as you'd like.
Don't lie to me.
I
Does
love
this
this.
actually work, or is this a scam? Because I
Oh,
like both
no, no, no,
options.
Well, you
Uh,
see, I can make it into a scam, or I can make it actually work. It just depends on, how much money we're talking here.
Odor would like to completely ignore Phineas over here and ask, when you mean what we can offer, do you mean like, do you need something, as in like a service?
Well, it's more just I've been observing individuals in this realm, all of you, for a while. Some of you days, some of you years. More so just
Right.
intel and rumor gathering as opposed to like visual observation. And just the information is kind of intriguing, so I figured why not gather all of you together, have the opportunity for you to chat and mingle, bond perhaps, and there might be some darker forces that could be taken care of.
Darker forces.
What do you mean by darker forces?
We'll get into that later. There's not a need to rush it after all. For if you rush it, the food will end and so will your time here.
You don't. If you're new here, you don't worry. You get used to his like gaze just following you around as you do everything.
The gaze is more the ravens and the birds and creatures in the forest and bugs and just things in the world that are both humanoid and not, following and reporting back to Strahd. He has an enormous intel network.
My
So
character
that
is
means you
literally
do.
covering her ears and shaking her head with the guy talking so much, and she is contemplating if she wants to strangle this person or not. But she's contemplating so far, no, it's probably a
Real
bad idea.
quick, I'm gonna do something real quick and see if she senses anything. If
Um,
I sense any presence.
yeah. There is the there are two undead presences in this room. There is the one at the end of the table, and there is one by Peggy.
The one I'm playing patty cake with currently.
Correct.
Well, that's good to know. She is definitely delighted to know. Definitely.
That is undead, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Both of
That's
those show
undead.
up. Those two individuals.
I don't know if I count as undead or not. Is a good question.
I don't know, because I don't know all of your characters' races and stuff. I just kind of have left you to your own
I'm not.
device, and if anything is fishy, then I might need to look into your character. But otherwise, I trust you guys. So
I think I just googled it and it's like it can and can't, and I get really confused. I'm like, what do you mean?
If
What
you
do
want
you
to
mean,
share your
dude?
character's race, you can. Otherwise, we'll just
Oh,
say
I'm a reborn, so like I've died
Oh.
in the past and I've
Oh, so
been reborn.
three.
Then I
So
would say yes.
So three on there.
yeah.
Right.
So that's me.
And then you also
Oh
see the
boy.
hooded figure at the end of the table.
She's just shaking her head, and looking at
The
you
one
like, oh my
angrily biting into bread. Aggressively,
Yeah,
by the way.
exactly. Very, very aggressively. I'm not.
This is gonna be both like surprise and also concern. Like she's gonna have a concerned look.
Is
She's probably met with eyes, and she's just staring at her while she's just eating the bread.
is
Like,
Phineas and continuing to give the spiel about the miracle drug?
No, he kind of shuts up when he starts talking about dark forces, as in he wasn't really expecting to actually have to work while he was here helping.
Oh, yeah.
But now that he's mentioning dark forces, he's a little upset. He pulls out one of his mystery vials and takes a quick slug of it.
Cool.
It's a special recipe of vodka.
Oh, cool. Love that.
You know what? Sometimes we all have to cope.
For the first one,
I
since
love
it's
that.
the initial time and it's vodka, why don't you do a con save with advantage? Because it's the first one you've had.
Oh wait, let me just party.
Neat.
That's not good.
Still strong, huh?
We'll say currently, after like 5 to 10 minutes, you're gonna have a level of exhaustion, but not a level of exhaustion. So until a short rest, you'll have the effects of exhaustion, which is basically just disadvantage, or actually we'll say for like an hour. You'll have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attacks, which shouldn't be a big deal anyway.
I thought the first level exhaustion is just disadvantage on ability checks.
Possibly?
Because I still have on Peggy's the level of exhaustion because of her nearly dying, and that's all it says for me is
Cool.
disadvantage on
Then
ability
it's
checks.
just ability checks then. For an hour. Which makes a lot more sense because you can still attack if you're really into the drunken state.
Just kind of keep your brain in it.
Yeah, because it's more the brain stuff than like your muscle memory to fight.
All right, so we decided on -1 to ability checks for an hour, or
not -1. Just
disadvantage?
disadvantage on ability checks only for a
Seems
saving
reasonable.
throw, for a year, hour.
For
For a year.
For a year, yeah.
For a year.
That
That's
was
some
powerful.
really strong vodka.
Yeah, it was
For
powerful vodka.
10,000
a
years.
year hangover. Oh my gosh.
That would suck.
Clearly, there was too much yeast in that batch.
Yeah, that's the yeast of your word.
I'm so proud of you. Good job.
I'm sorry. He's been rubbing off on me.
Yay! Bad jokes. So, Strahd takes the moment and looks around with curiosity and offers each of you one question, going around clockwise from me. So, why don't we start with the short, passionate scammer?
I prefer the term scientist and pioneer.
Okay, I like that too. It's much more it's much more pleasant to the people. Now, do be fair, or do be clear. I will give each of you only one question. If you squander it, that's your thing. I will answer questions about if you can ask a question. So be careful about how you choose to phrase your words. Let's begin with, I believe it was Phineas?
That's a lot of pressure, sir, to put on me. One question. I guess, can you tell me how to get home?
DM to player. Home is not in this realm, correct?
Correct.
In order to reach your home, you would need to remove me from existence. Otherwise, you would be stuck here. Think of it as a new business venture.
Yeah, capital. Okay. A new business venture. Sure. Well, that's kind of dark. Count. Why, like, are we here because you want us to kill you? I mean, or are you saying that we need to stay here forever? I'm confused now.
Seems the information is one you will need to find on your own, as your time for a question has passed. Perhaps future interactions could be more fruitful. Let's move forward. Ismark, do you have any inquiries or questions? And he would just respond, "No, I'm good. I have no interest." Very well, Strahd replies. Zara,
I was going to ask how to get home too, but since that's been asked and you've answered that question, then the next question presses, how do we remove you? Because I would like to go home.
well, you would need to be quite a bit stronger. There are plans in the work that will only bolster my strength. Perhaps working with me might be a great way to do it. There are also others who might be able to grant you exit, but for now they are sealed away.
So there are multiple ways to go home. Removing you, finding somebody else that might have that ability, or working with you.
That about sums it up, I believe.
Do you have a contract that I need to sign?
We'll get to that later. Let's have everybody answer questions first. Alright. Well, Silver, the one who hunts with blood.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, I don't think you're gonna answer this question honestly. It's also probably pretty awkward. But what the fuck is going on between you, Irina, and Ismark? It's just a lot of weird tension.
I had romantic interest in Arena, and she spurned me away. So, away she goes.
Peggy's just gonna talk in Silver's head. I knew it!
Like, Silver mentally high fives her.
And as you can tell from the disgruntled demeanor of Ismark, he's not happy with it either. So that is my interaction between both of the individuals you asked about.
Yes. That's my question. That was my question.
I have no reason to lie. That seems pointless. For example, as Phineas inquired, I provided a truthful answer that would be my own lack of existence. But it's trivial to provide such information.
Silver's just like, I don't know your story mostly. So I don't know what you would be honest or lie about, so I have no reason to really trust you, so.
That's true. For all you know, I could be lying about always telling the truth.
Exactly. I do believe it's the next person's turn.
So, the one playing patty cake with you, the undead spectral, is gonna tap your shoulder and point towards Strahd. Your turn for a question, Peggy.
Just gonna think. Gonna think real hard. Oh boy. Fuck. It's not really going to be a question anyone can hear because of message, but she'll talk.
I can go into a private room if you want to.
No, it's just not. No one's going to be able to hear it because it's message.
Cool.
So she's just gonna just ask him is the only way to help them leave really having to she's gonna do the throat slit you?
As I mentioned to Zara, there is the option of either the additional options of either finding powers of almost equivalent power as I, or aiding me.
Ominous.
Out of character, you have those three options. I don't like to make it where you have to kill the boss. I like giving the option where you can help or find a completely third option. Just avoid them altogether.
Peggy's like thinking in her head, just what if they end up really liking it here? Oh, like a little group, and we can just hang out with each other and stuff. That'd be super fun.
You're thinking that in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Inside your own head, you said, well, there are a lot of things here that could be quite entertaining.
Well, I know, I live here. Wait, who said that?
Out loud, we have, hold on, I need to find, I keep just saying Momo's character, but I don't want to do that all the time.
I've changed my name in the Roll20 to her name. Her name's
Okay.
Luna, so you can just look there. And she's that.
Oh,
there.
right, thank you. So,
You're welcome.
Lunar, what's your inquiry?
Well, I've already asked my question before coming here, and you've already answered that question, so I do not have any more questions upon that needs answering. And yeah, that's me. She gives a thumbs up. Starts nomming on more bread.
Such a squander to lose out on information. But you do.
Oh, I've already got the information. I've got all the information I want.
Fair enough.
That's all I need.
Okie dokie. He looks at Arena and asks, do you have anything? She's gonna kind of like look at him and just kind of go silent and not say anything and just look away. After that, fair enough. If that is how you want to act, you are free to do so. Desi. Desmona.
Yes. Well, I'm more curious about the darkness you mentioned. I want to know more about it now before I make my decision.
There are a variety of powerful dark forces that would aid me to be removed. There are witches, there are hags, there are catacombs, there are underground labyrinthian dungeons, there are numerous locations filled with darkness, pain. It would be amusing to see you clear them out, as well as helpful.
I think I got all the information I need from here. Strahd.
Glad to hear it. Dearest monk, one with muscles that ripple.
There's been something on my mind that I've been thinking about a lot, and I would just like to get a straight answer. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Let's be honest, one horse-sized duck, man. That seems quite intriguing to fight.
Are we asking the train questions now?
I've genuinely kicked quite a few ducks just for fun, and so it'd be interesting to see what it would be like to fight a horse-sized duck.
Has given me more information than I could have dreamed of. Thank you.
You are quite welcome.
I immediately lost respect for this guy.
What a wuss. Won't even fight a big bunch of ducks.
Well,
everyone just had the collective thought of what a dick.
that may or may not be the point.
I just imagine all of the characters in just like, yeah.
Kind of the point. My perspective on the situation. So, I'm going to give you the opportunity to finish your food, and you are free to leave the castle when you have decided you are no longer interested in mealtime. For now, I shall personally be departing. Take the quickest route to the exit. Otherwise, things will probably make a dark turn. Enjoy your evening and the food. Hopefully we run into each other again.
We better.
He is going to sink through his chair, as he says, until we meet again, and disappear into the floor.
Well, that just happened.
Indeed it has.
I'm just thinking in my head, for fun? Why?
Were you guys also brought here against your will?
No.
Or
Kinda.
like
No.
got here by accident.
He has something that I require, so I decided to show up.
Well, Peggy here was sort of
Come on.
on death's door, so it seemed like the closest way to get her to help.
Flash peace sign.
Big fair?
Oh, I think we overstayed our welcome here. I don't think I need to eat here. I think I should be leaving, and I should recommend all of you that we should all leave.
Do you guys have accommodations in town? I poked around a little bit before I received my invitation. Is there an inn that you're staying at?
At the moment, I'm not. I'm at the moment. I haven't got myself into a village or town. I'm not sure about the rest, but I mainly have been just traveling.
They just got here.
Yeah,
Look,
I've just got here as well.
oh, I know. I've been We've mostly been traveling around the forest for a bit. We found them in the forest. They haven't been to town yet.
Have
Should
you?
probably find civilization.
No.
So unless it was previously discussed beforehand about wanting to be involved in a city, any new player does not know anything about any of the cities.
Hmm.
Except for the fact that they exist and that there are inns in them.
Yeah.
We should find those ends.
Out of character
I can
then,
lie.
and just to clarify, so I can speak appropriately.
Sure.
So from the forest to the castle, never to Barovia. I haven't been there yet.
The village of Barovia?
Correct.
Yeah, no player has been inside of that city walls yet. Or the village walls yet.
I wonder how I received the invitation then. I'm just trying to figure it out so I can not say something I'm not supposed to.
I'm gonna have to look at your backstory if you sent one again.
I had just said that I was traveling, ran into the Vistani in the woods, and woke up in the mist.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's fine. Because the Vistani don't have... They're nomadic and don't live in the city. So that would still play out well.
So maybe the Vistani directed us to the castle? Or
Yeah.
me, or whoever? Okay, got it. Alright, proceed.
Or it could also... We'll say while you were in the Vistani, a raven beak delivered you the letter invitation.
That works too. I like ravens. That's cool.
Hey. It's just better than they gave it to you because they knew you were there.
Curiouser and curiouser. It's even more mysterious.
That's what all the kids are raving about. Thanks, Momo. Whatever.
I don't push my button to laugh, but I laughed too. I swear. I just think it was weird to push my button to laugh.
That's okay. I
laugh
totally get
at
it.
the most stupidest thing, so you're gonna hear me laugh a lot. So
Well, I
it's all
gotta
good.
tell you, the stupidest things come out of my mouth quite frequently. So
Yes,
Oh,
they
good.
do.
I'm not afraid of that. What are Phineas?
I love puns.
Good.
It's just great.
They
Great.
exist. Phineas,
Damn these bones.
you've
Yes.
kind of been on the more background player side. I just wanted to get Phineas's thought process about the situation.
I mean, he's clearly not happy. He doesn't know where he is, which means that he doesn't quite know what to do at this point. All he knows so far is that he was wandering along just fine, woke up somewhere in the woods around here, and was escorted to this castle for dinner because he said he was lost. And now he's hearing about dark forces and not being able to get home. He's trying to figure out what exactly his next angle is and whether or not these people are involved in that next angle.
Love it. At this point, you are free to carry on conversation amongst yourselves or depart.
Well, if you don't have accommodations and if no one has been anywhere, I don't want to stay here either. But I have no idea where here is, so I'm happy to depart. Is there like a tent that you've pitched outside or something? Where are you guys sleeping?
Well, we were just traveling. I was showing them to Big Town.
I have another question for you all, Luna says. She looks around, she goes, so what out of the 3 options are you guys going to pick?
Oh, at the moment, we'll just have to for the rest of you, and the other option is getting out of here.
She nods.
I agree. This food suddenly doesn't agree with me. I think we should leave the castle for now.
I don't think
I was
I,
anxious to
I
sign
don't.
up for Team Strahd, but the more he spoke, the more that I thought it might be a bad idea. I have a history of making terrible decisions, so I think I should sleep on it before I sign anything.
I don't think making a deal with a undead would be a wise decision.
She laughs at that.
It's usually a bad decision, and she looks down at the ground and has just a terrible face.
Luna just laughs at the undead comment. She's having a ball.
She will hear that laugh, and she will definitely look at you and say, "Yes, definitely don't make a deal." But anyway,
Hey,
we should leave.
you have your reasons, I have my own reasons. I just want to know where you guys are to see if you're an ally or not. That's all.
I am
Well, it seems
undecided.
at the moment I mean, we all agree that we are against Strahd. Am I correct?
Probably shouldn't be discussing if we're against the person inside their home, but
Oh, don't worry, he
I
has ravens everywhere. He can
Thing is,
already hear something no matter where we are.
I just need a
He
certain
gave us an option. He knows.
yeah, I'm going to be honest. I need a certain item that he has. If I get that off of his dead body, if I get that off of his alive body, doesn't matter to me as long as I get that item. That's all I care about.
We'll talk more about that once we leave.
Alright, she stands up.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Phineas
we
starts
have
collecting his traveling sales box and putting his liquids away.
Okay.
My character stores some bread in a little.
Well, she's gonna get up and she's gonna pick her staff up and she's gonna wait for everyone else to stand up and leave.
I will gladly move my character here because she's just waiting by the door. She's just waiting to leave.
Right. Do all the new people, I'm assuming that you are new here or something, and you don't know anything
Nope.
about this place. Okay, so this is Barovia. It's ruled by Strahd. He's a dictator. Dictator, and he's a real dick. He's ruled.
He's also a tater.
So, pun and all, I got it.
Yep. And he's been ruling over this land for 400 years.
Interesting.
He was definitely quite honest that we are not ready to face him.
Also, I'd love to point out that anybody who has money on their character sheet, all of your money is now void unless it's this region's currency. So if anybody has money on their character sheet, it's just coins that are sitting there and have no value anymore.
Oh.
Maybe
we should.
If anyone has catapult.
I'm broke.
I'm broke too, so do you guys want to be allies and try and get some jobs and get some coin, or what are your... I'm just by myself, so I would love to join a group because I can't really do much by myself, so...
I feel like Peggy is going to immediately gravitate over. Just friends. Friends.
Friends?
Oh,
I mean,
we can
allies?
Oh, can I get a perception check from Peggy?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Cool.
My cat finally got out of my dice box.
Nice.
Perception. That's a 13.
Neat. Can I get one from Silver too?
Okay. Perception. Alright.
Neat. Alright, you guys are by the door.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch your guys' all of your movements to see you guys get out.
Alright.
If anybody
Oh,
is
dear.
if anybody is going anywhere except for the exact exit as was instructed by Strahd, let me know.
Do, 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 do.
I'm probably just gonna
Good,
follow Lunar
Okay?
because she mentioned not having friends and being alone. So
Yes.
she's just gonna automatically gravitate.
Okay.
Are you coming with us? Are you two coming with
Me?
us? No,
I'm-
Irina
I'm-
and Ismark.
Ah,
Well, you said big town, and we presumed that would be Barovia,
Yeah.
the village of.
Also, that's what it's called, right?
Sutherland.
As you guys leave, there is that red glow at the top of the staircase. Alright.
Well,
Well, that's not ominous at all.
You guys are all outside the castle. As you guys leave, the doors automatically close and lock behind them. Whoop.
Luna just really wants to like try and open the door again, just for funsies, you
Go
know.
for
She's
it.
just like she doesn't want to go back. She doesn't want to go back inside. She just wants to like slam the door.
The door's already closed behind
She just
you.
shrugs. She just shrugs and she goes, "Okay, well," and then walks off.
Well, Silver,
The carriage
since
is now
you-
sitting here, and as you guys are all in the courtyard, the drawbridge automatically goes down by itself.
Where am I?
We're on the left side.
Silver.
As
Let
you're
me-
saying this,
Oh,
is
go ahead.
this?
Where
Since you have
was
your
I?
knowledge,
Well, we can
Oh, no, I
also
lost
do
where I
this
was.
here, because this can just be the party marker now.
Okay, party market. Great.
Because that way
Idea.
everybody doesn't need to just move everything, and it's just where everybody is.
I do believe Odd was trying to say something.
that's so good. No, they will look at you and say, well, since you have knowledge of this land, can you point us to the nearby village or nearby town?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to lead you to the big town.
Then we will follow you.
Is that where you guys are heading out? You're going across the drawbridge out of here?
Yep.
Thank goodness. Okay. Don't
Although
feel
it's
like having you guys make new characters.
It's a bit different because I've never really taken the road to get there, but I think we're good.
You know the
Yeah.
generic direction.
Yeah.
And you have Peggy too.
Alright. Let's pull up our notepad. And then file open. D&D encounter.
So I think Silver's gonna turn to Irina and Ismark, and it's just like, well, why do you two want to go to Barovia?
There is I'm guessing you're talking to Arena, Ismark.
Yeah.
We just want to reach the church up in the village of Barovia, and from our understanding, there's a way to protect ourselves from him within the sanctity of the church. So I would like to be able to get a job working for the church, plus it would be emotionally satisfying to be able to have an environment that I can help people.
So maybe it's the vodka, but He just invited us to dinner and offered us a job. What do we need to protect ourselves from?
Seems
Well,
like
Using a
everything.
gesture, like
as
everything.
as
Yeah.
as Mark will state, you guys did just say that you were against Strahd in his own home.
I know, right? Like, who does that?
Multiple
least
people
wait until-
sided for him. He
Peggy
knows
didn't
full
say
well.
anything.
At least wait until outside, even though there is ravens or whatever that can hear him, you know?
Well, technically, I said I was undecided, but
Peggy
Same.
didn't say
As I
anything.
said, I don't care. As long as I get what I
have my
needed.
choices.
I wanted to provide a good, neutral, and evil option for the campaign.
Peggy's gonna go for the good one. She's good.
Great.
So I'm gathering here that he can hear whatever we say. Is that the general consensus?
oh yeah, we're almost always being spied upon and getting reported and having it reported back to him.
We are indeed as well.
Luckily, Peggy can speak into our brains.
I think he hears that when she's gonna talk into Silver's head. I think he hears that too. Or something like he at least gets the gist. But I don't think he really understands. Like when I was talking in my brain hole alone, he talked in my brain hole. And it was weird.
That's creepy, even for
Yeah.
Strahd.
Is there, like, any languages he doesn't know? Does he know every language?
Insert shrug and DM.
You're talking to birds.
Silver's
won't
like, how would I
understand.
know? I just met him.
I just met him just. Why I'm asking?
Okay,
By
it's
the
just-
way, it is around, I would say, 8:30 p.m. right now in game.
It's like, we can try it. Like, what languages do you speak? Because I speak Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, Halfling, Infernal, Sylvan.
That is a great question. I know deep speech. And English, or whatever this is.
Common.
Common.
Common. I know deep
Common and bird.
speech.
What does everybody else know?
Well, I can both speak in abyssal and voice speech.
I know Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Common.
Okay.
Interesting.
I learn really good though.
I know Infernal and
We
Common.
could just make up our own hand signals. So
I can do sign language.
ASL.
Okay, you want to know what?
So jobs was a rest. Does anyone have any money to afford an inn? Or we just got to sleep outside
I don't
and
have a
then look for a
job,
job
money.
tomorrow?
but I have
I
a
have money.
dream.
Is this a lot?
Yeah. Mm.
I'll lay on the ground.
Okay.
Peggy, you have money?
Go to
I
the
thought
nearest
you...
pub, and
Oh,
I'll
I
have
secure a
nothing.
room for the evening.
Oh yeah, you're broke.
Alright. So she also Luna also sits down on the ground thinking that this is just where they're going to stay.
Okay, so Silver holds out his few bits of money that he has. It's just like 17 gold. Do you think that this is enough? It's like a lot, or like...
It's already late now, so there's really no like point in trying to get to the place because we're not gonna reach it.
Ah,
Oh, tonight. Okay.
okay. I'm
I think
chill here.
Silver.
Does anyone have? Do you guys want to collect wood, start a fire? Is anyone cold or anything? I don't
Are
really
we
feel the
are we not in
coldness
a
or.
carriage? I thought we were in a carriage.
Nope, that was the carriage that was Strahd's carriage that he picked you guys up in.
Oh, so he's not extending us the carriage on the way back.
Correct.
Also, does anybody want to get further away from the castle before we go to bunk down, or?
I presume
Oh,
at this
there you go.
point
Yeah, I
you're
think it's
literally
good.
just like on the other side of the drawbridge at 8:30 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should walk
Oops.
a little ways before we.
We
stop
should
at
probably
rest.
make camp as well.
Okay, I guess we're gonna walk for 3 more hours.
Yeah, sure.
How many
I'm
more
chill.
hours?
We could make camp.
Oh, currently make camp? Okay. Okay, I think we're yeah, Silver's gonna like be like sniffing around and like just looking for anywhere to like make camp for the night.
Okay.
For like the safest place possible.
Just away from the castle.
Yeah, just away from the castle.
Why don't you give me a survival check?
Do you
Okay.
want help?
Sure.
Either both of you can do it with straight, or one of you can do it with advantage.
What's your survival proficiency?
+3.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Good.
Natural 20.
We
Yeah.
find so many sticks.
I've lived out in the wild for 10 years.
Yep.
This is completely normal for me.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
Therapy, can you
Sticks.
describe the location that we're in? Are we like in a valley? Are we elevated?
So you are currently in an elevated area. So Strahd's castle is like on effectively a stalactite. I know that's weird because it belongs on the ceiling, but it's like an inverse pyramid from the bottom that's goes up. So he's on like an elevated, isolated island, and he's terraformed over the many years the area nearby on the opposite side of the drawbridge to be a downward sloping hill. So you have to go up that over the bridge to get there.
Oh, he's on a plateau.
Yeah, he's on like an elevated, steep cliff environment with a less than vertical climb to get up directly under his castle.
Is there anything we can see in the distance, or is it too dark?
That's a great question. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Just realized Enkus don't have dark vision.
So from what you can tell, there's a huge, gigantic bridge here, and then it just looks like the portion of a river over... How far zoomed out are you on the map?
I'm at 70%.
Okay, so if you follow northwest of where you are, you can see a bridge and a portion of a large lake. And then the rest of it is just vast forest. Oh, and southwest, you can see large snow-covered mountains. But the rest of it is either plains or forest. From where you are, you won't be able to see much detail beyond that. You do not see a direct area of a village. It appears it would probably be somewhere shrouded in a bit of forest.
Do I notice a path down to the lake, or is it just like straight drop off since we're like on a I guess there is.
It's like a plateau with a drawbridge that leads to an area equal to the height of the plateau that goes down in like a ramp that then meets the area around it, and then there's also like a valley for a pathway after that. So you're on elevated, the road leads downward into a valley between large hills that then leads to a gate. A large, like 100-foot, 150-foot gate. From what you can tell, there's not like a straight shot to the lake, and you can't see anything past the tree line. Because of the elevation and the way the trees are, it looks like it's just a big forest besides the lake.
I sent a PM, by the way.
Thank you for
Just for a
telling me,
question.
because I have Discord muted while I record it. Yes, absolutely it can.
Yay!
I don't know if it exists, but weird things exist here, so yes it does. That's now a native.
Yes!
That's a rare species of creature that exists here, so yes. Because it's adorable and I want it, so.
Yeah, exactly. I've always wanted something like this.
The
and I'm
answer is
like,
yes.
So are we all settling down? Are we kind of
Correct.
making...
I believe that
Yeah.
was the plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Alright, well, as we settle down, I guess Luna will cast Find Familiar, and her a little owl kitty comes to existence and kind of loops around her neck and then sits in her lap. And yes, it is exactly that. It is an owl that's a cat, and a cat that's an owl. We'll put it somewhere. I'll put it in general, why not?
Out of character again, now that we're speaking about familiars, how do you create a second token for your familiar?
I would just add it to your journal. You just make an okay, so you go to the journal, you go add a character, and then you can add a token for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, providing technical guidance. Allie has more experience with Roll20 than I do.
Okay, whenever it comes to that kind of stuff with the token, wanting that for your for familiar, what your DM can do is, if he wants to,
Which I do, by the way.
Yes. Okay, so if you go to like the quickest and easiest way to make a really fast token, that way you can just drop it in. If you go to youth therapy, go to collection, and you'll see like macros, decks, and rollable tables. If you go to rollable tables and you add something to it, you can edit it real fast, and you can add everyone's familiars in one fell swoop. There you go. Just select it to edit it, and you can put in the token there really fast, and then that way you can just be able to drop it in whenever you feel like it. And just in case you don't want to make multiple, you can keep them both in the same one, and then you can flip. You can put both in, and then flip one. So that way it'll show you, like, yeah, this is, you can either have, like, the owlbird, or whatever the other
I'm gonna be
familiar
honest
is. That
with
way
you,
can
my
switch
mind
it.
already broke.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay, sorry. I'm really bad at explaining.
No,
sorry.
you're doing wonderful. It's just a
I
lot of
think the best way to
information at
do it
once.
is literally just make another token and then give control to the person whose familiar it is, and then add it to
I'm
the
just
journal.
suggesting this because it's faster. It is a lot faster. Because then you can just add more tokens for familiars so that you have all of them in one thing as saved as familiars. And then you can just hit token and drop them in. And then flip it to whichever one it is. And you have it all in one.
Oh, you're
And
saying
you
if
can do the
it's
same...
like if they change the way
If they change the form, yeah,
Mm.
that way it's like really easy and fast, and you can just hit, like, you can right click the token and just hit like select like switch side.
So
you can either hit random or something like that.
for the way I'm gonna do it is actually like the form is stuck.
Okay, definitely. So yeah,
but
just...
you can take like a long rest to change it, meaning I'd have time to go in and change it
Yeah,
out.
it's super fast. I do it for like if someone is a lycanthrope and they change forms,
Right.
like how I have for Talbot
Mm-hmm.
in his rollable table. I have it set up as his token to where it's him, and then what his lycanthrope form looks like. That way, whenever he turns in the middle of the battle, I can just flip it, and then you
yeah.
have him there. Or
True.
if you have multiple bandits, you can just do that and you can drop one in and it'll just choose a random like one to look like, so that way you don't have to like drag and drop them in and it'll just pop them in really fast.
Okay. And then Ash said you have a familiar as well. I'm gonna keep that flippable token thing in mind if they choose to add multiple forms to their familiar, but I'm gonna say for now it's
Yeah.
not
Do
an
you want me
option.
to teach it to you later?
It depends on if they are gonna be switching it out. As soon as they have the option, as soon as they go through and like, cause I'm trying to have it like familiars are stuck where they are, but they like bond to your form
Yeah.
or your will or your like what is best to you.
Yeah.
And so they can take time to change it, but as soon as they have multiple, then yes, I would like for you to teach me.
Okay. Also, a player can also put in a token as well.
Oh, cool.
So you guys can also see it if you go to collection. It's the one right next to the cog wheel. If you go to that one, it'll show you rollable tables, and he's added 2 new tables, and he can mark one as being yours for your familiar. That way you can just hit token and it'll drop it right in. So if he had one in there, I could hit token right now and it'll just pop it onto the battle map. So that way, instead of like asking if he can give you his token or give you your familiar, you can just hit token yourself and it'll just be right there.
Okay. I understood half of that, but that's fine
I'm
because I'm still
sorry.
waking up.
I
No,
I
I'm
have
like, I literally had the worst night's sleep, so like I'm so tired.
I've added Lunar's familiar and Zara's familiar into the macro boxes.
yeah. All you have to do is
I
just go
see
in
it,
there
thank you.
eventually. Yeah. Did you add the tokens in there too?
I don't think I have tokens for them. I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't. I mean, I saw that Zara had the opportunity for that, but I didn't know they had art or stuff ready.
Yeah.
I
So,
have the
yeah.
token. I made it. I'll send it to
Yeah,
you.
if you send it to me, I'll put it in there real quick.
And then you guys can just drop it anytime. And I recommend this first and foremost because
I think I would. Oh, I think Des would. I'm really curious.
Yeah, Phineas wants to inspect it to see if he can find a way to open it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we both would check it out.
As you
I'm
both
following.
approach to inspect it, it opens automatically on its own.
Well,
Towards-
that's ominous.
Towards you.
Oh, that's even more ominous.
Silver just gets out his weapons.
It has the sound almost similar to like old chalk on a blackboard.
Oh, I will try
luck for
to. I'll try to hide behind someone and just have my little crossbow out, short bow out, just in case.
So, real quick, to have everyone's vote, should we or should we not enter?
Do we have to go this way?
Silver is gonna walk forward and just
Oh,
take
right.
a sniff of the air.
Okay.
I mean, if we
roll
have
me a
no
perception
idea
check
where
with
we're
your
going.
scent,
Yeah.
which I believe is question mark advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception.
Have I been here before?
You would have taken a different path due to this gate. When you're trying to come towards Strahd's castle, it doesn't seem to want to open for you. So you had to take a different way around.
Can Zara also kind of investigate, sniff the air, use her knowledge of arcane forces and see if there's maybe some magic about it?
Got a 17.
Why don't you roll an Arcana check then? If you're looking for magical traces. For Silver's 17, let's wait until we get Zara's information as well.
I rolled a 20 on the thingy, but I haven't. Let me try to do it on this thing.
That's fine. If you rolled a 20, I trust what you put there. I don't care. Works for me.
I did roll a nat 20 plus
Nice.
0 for Arcana.
So there is divination and abjuration on both of the statues, but not the gate itself. And it appears that like the hinges of the gate are like tied into the statue. So you gather that the statue opens via divination and using like foresight to watch and observe those who are around and see what direction individuals are coming from and open accordingly. They also, due to the abjuration, seem to have some defensive attributes to the statues.
But the gate did open to us. We're
Correct.
just trying to decide whether to cross it or not.
There does not seem to be any hostile penalties due to crossing through it.
Out of character, I'd like my familiar to stay invisible, so in character, Zara turns to her side and whispers to herself.
Mhm.
She's instructing her imp to fly through the gate to make sure nothing happens. I'd rather him die than her.
Cool. You guys stand there for a bit, trying to figure out whether or not you should go through. And after a little bit, Zara feels something land on her shoulder.
Something that she's not aware of?
That you are aware of.
Oh, yeah.
It
So
has
she
gone
turned
through-
to him and whispered. Okay.
It has gone through all the way past, probably like 60, 70 feet past, gone left of the road, right of the road, and then back to you, and nothing was there. And then Silver, the only thing that you smell is kind of like iron. I mean, obviously, but like you don't smell any other creatures or hostile wariness.
We're clear.
If the imp lands on her shoulder and there's no issues, then she's just gonna strut her hips right through that gate with no worries.
Cool. That would be the plan.
Silver immediately follows her, like, and literally just puts the rapier back.
Keep in mind, it is also about 5 p.m. right now. You guys keep going. Just tell me what time you guys want to stop on the road.
I think. Well,
Sunset's around 7.
Maybe 8 again?
We'll probably stop around that 8. I want 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. You guys stop right in the end area of the little foresty alcove in this valley as you walk among the trees.
I'd like to look around to see if there's any signs of civilization in the direction that we've been heading.
Due to
I'm
your
concerned.
area, first of all, for your observation, there is only like hilly valleys. You do not have any vantage of anything besides trees and
Right,
rolling hills.
But do we see signs? Do we see recent wagon tracks that aren't, like a nice carriage? Do we see any discarded debris or
you do
any
not.
sense of there are people in the area at all?
No. Actually, that's not true. There are minimal wagon tracks leading to and from the road you are currently on. But there is not horse tracks, just the wagon wheels.
Strahd's carriage.
Is it?
Or the Vistani.
You gather, based off of your understanding, probably the Vistani would have horses.
Yeah. It's the Strahd's carriage.
It's at the spot. If you guys decide to set up or do anything special, let me know. Otherwise, we'll skip to the next morning.
All I can say is that depends on the party if we want to sell.
You cut out at the end. All I heard was set up.
Oh.
Maybe that was where you
Oh no,
finished.
oh yeah, sorry. It depends on the party if they want to sit down.
I think Silver's just gonna go up to Peggy. It's like, are you okay? I know you got really hurt really badly a few days ago.
Well,
And it takes a long time to heal.
I'm not dead.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I guess I'm just. It's better to be optimistic than to worry.
Okay. Because I know that this is like a healer, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If I need anything, I'll talk to her.
Okay. And so, like, he just settles down for the night again.
Okie dokie.
Alright. Real quick, as we are settling down, she will use the ice of the grave on the other one.
Just Lunar.
I mean, besides
yeah.
Lunar.
Sorry, what?
Then
Sorry,
no, you don't see
yep.
anything else.
No.
Eyes of the grave
Okay.
checking for undead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm chilling still there.
Alright, then we're good.
Are we now?
I mean, depends. What's your motives? And
Is that a
besides,
question
you're not the only undead
in
in the party.
character? That's fine.
Besides that, I think Des is good. She will, yeah, she will just continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do before the time skip to morning?
Nope.
Alrighty then.
Not Dew in
I'm looking
particular.
something up. Just 1 second.
While he looks that up, not Dew in particular, but as we camp, Zara sits there and just whispers to herself, not really interested in talking to anybody when we do stop and break camp. She'll whisper to her shoulder. She looks up at the sky often, curses, "Why have you done this to me?"
You feel your familiar leave your shoulder. About like, unless you did call it back. Do you call it back within 20 minutes?
I'll ask it what it's doing telepathically, unless it's too far away to speak.
It says finding playthings.
Okay, you jerk. Come back soon.
Okay, I'm almost caught one.
Telepathically.
He comes back, eventually, after like 5 minutes, and later from the 20, and he'll have 2 separate halves of a mouse.
My
I'm sure
familiar
he'll enjoy
looks
that.
at it and like nibbles my character's ear, and I'm just like, yes, you can go find your own She flies off. Okay, fine.
Your familiar will go out about a half hour later. We'll come back with a live one.
Bravo, good job. So
Good.
proud of you.
And it's like the owl cat is like licking the forehead of the mouse.
No, we're not adopting it.
The mouse squeaks at you.
I'm sorry, but you're not going to be adopted.
Is anyone sitting alone? Like separate from the group?
I'm with the group, but sitting alone.
I think
Same.
Death will just basically just be in the middle between everyone.
Mine's just talking to her familiar, probably away from the group, but still talking to someone.
But there
If
is
you
like
can
a
count.
25-minute span where she's just kind of sitting there by herself.
Yeah, exactly. She's just looking at the sky she can't really see because of the trees, and she's just like,
I think Peggy will just sit down next to her, just plumping
Be back.
herself down.
hello.
Hello.
You're
Peggy.
Peggy. I'm Luna. Nice to meet you.
Handshake.
She like second guesses it, but then she handshakes it. She's like, yep.
You said before you don't have friends.
Nope. Just me.
I'd be a friend.
We can work on it.
This is the biggest group I've been around in a while.
Same? I don't really remember that much, so I don't think I've ever really been with other people.
Probably just sit there at her lap. She doesn't know what else to say, but she likes the company.
Okay. Luna just nods and she's very awkward. She just doesn't know what to do.
Neither does Peggy, but she knows she wants people. That's all she wants. Like if anyone has a goal, it's like there's the goal of like we gotta get out of here. There's the thing with Strahd, having to find all of these treasures, and then there's Peggy just I want to make friends.
My
I will
character's
befriend
just like
everybody.
that's a great goal.
So if you guys end up not leaving, then you can stay. There's a lot of cool places right here.
I'm not planning to leave. As I said, I need the item that I require. After that, I don't know. I will have to, figure things out when I get that item.
Hope you get it.
Thank you.
I can help you get it.
It's very important. Yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but I know that Strahd has it.
He's kind of a meaty, but
He is, but I like sneaking and stealing stuff, so I'm okay with stealing something. I mean, as I said, I'm more than happy to get this item if he's alive or dead. I don't care. My goal is to get that item. Doesn't matter how.
we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Thanks.
Would both of you like to gain 1 point in the friendship between Zara and Peggy?
I want to gain all the points.
You can
Yeah,
only gain
sure.
1 total per session, so
Bullshit.
Well,
if both
Did
of
me
you
and
want to
Peggy
gain
go
them
on
that
last-
way,
did me and Peggy get one for last semester?
yeah. If you look in the out of character, If you look in out of character, you'll see Peggy and Silver's friendship +1.
Yeah.
They've already bonded over the bird.
Yeet. The
Oh,
bird
yeah,
and
Okay.
the
and
Sorry
shipping.
about that.
And shipping.
Yeah.
Dude.
So
Peggy's
both of you
disappointed.
confirm you want to spend yours that way, or gain one that way.
Does this work like Pokemon, where I'll somehow stay alive? I'll tough it out so you don't feel bad.
Sorry, that's funny.
I'm
I don't
confused.
mind.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm happy to wait to see if something else happens, maybe, but so far, yes.
Okay. Is anything else happening tonight?
Silver's. Oh, you can go.
No, it's okay. Let you go first.
Okay. I think Silver's gonna go up to I forgot his name. The Dragonborn?
Odoro?
Oda?
Oreo? Oh?
Odoro.
Odoro.
Like Totoro
Sorry.
from Studio Ghibli, but Odoro without the T.
Otoro.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Is this he also goes up to sits by like Phineas as well. So you two are like from the outside world, right? Outside this realm, right?
That'd be correct. I only really know my temple, but this is kind of a new experience for me.
Hmm. I
And
can
you?
understand that, I guess. But Phineas, you said you were from like something called an Underdark?
Oh no, 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 no. I am from a fine town in. Oh man, I didn't even think this far. I'm from a fine village, just on the outskirts of a city named Waterdeep.
Oh. Very interesting. Waterdeep? Is it like underwater?
Oh no, no, no! It is it is well above water. It is the finest city in the known world.
Insight check. I want to know if he is telling the truth or not.
Squints.
I just look at this. Hiya. Oh well, I know jack shit. I got a 7.
If you had, you would find out that he's banned from selling items there. So he's really just trying to puff himself up a little bit.
I wonder
Cool,
why.
cool.
Sick.
I just
Then what?
Luna is losing more and more interest in this guy and respect. She's just shaking her head. She's face palming. She's just like, oh my god.
Wait, then why did you leave?
I'm a traveling salesman. I have to sell my wares to new and yet untapped markets. I was on my way, in fact, to another city when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, of course, wake up and I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
That's exactly what happened to me. I was traveling for school in the woods, woke up, and I was here. I'm super upset about it.
For school.
Yes, for school.
Oh,
I'm studying to become a great wizard.
oh.
So, anyways,
Not that you would know anything about that.
So I woke up here, and yeah, a raven guided me towards this castle, and now I'm just here, which is great. We seem to be in the exact middle of nowhere. Can we, like, I know we're just kind of following the only road, but back there I saw a giant lake. Usually lakes have towns near them, fishing villages, anything like that.
Currently, from
No.
what you remember, you are headed that direction.
Can we make it a priority to find some kind of town?
Yeah, we're going to the town.
I believe that's what we're doing already.
We're
That's
all
what
going
We
to.
are going
that's
to a
what we're
town?
doing.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to
Yes,
explain this?
we
We're
are.
all going to the town. I've been
That's
leading
what we
you.
all agreed on.
I've been leading you guys.
I'm sorry. It's the potato mixture. It's not doing well.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
all failing?
use one of my artificer level 1 powers to create 2 stones that, when triggered, will emit a noise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shout into them, "Wake the fuck up!" And then with my alchemy jug, I'm gonna fashion some tripwires using honey to kind of seal the stones onto the wires to create a kind of alarm system for tonight,
Mm-hmm.
because this place isn't getting any happier.
Right.
To help
It's happy when I'm
contribute
around.
to the nightly defenses, if you will.
I love that. We have an impromptu alarm system now.
And then I'll just test it a couple times to make sure that it goes off if the wire's pulled at all.
Mm-hmm. Loudly in the middle of nowhere, suddenly alarms start going off saying, "Wake the F up." Mm-hmm.
We gotta save the bird.
Congratulations, you've made it safer by loud noises.
Yeah. Phineas, I don't know if you know this, but usually when you try to find a place to go for the night, you usually don't announce where you are with loud noises.
Well, we got to scare any local animals away. I don't want to wake up and cuddle up next to a skunk.
Hey, skunks are nice.
It's like the least of your worries, man.
Oh, dude. It's just like, well, trust me, I don't think any animal that can hear that is not, any animal that has grown up here is not going to be scared off by some loud noises.
Yeah.
Unless they're very small, like mice. Or, as you said, skunks.
Or owl cats.
Or owl cats.
Listen, if my cat is terrified, she has all free reign to scratch your face off. Not I can't control that. You scare her, that's your own fault.
And I think, like, he's currently awkwardly patting his raven.
The owl cat seems to be kind of just like alert, wake up, look around, realize that it's just fake, and then goes to sleep, and then wakes up again, alert, even though it's the same exact sound again, like a minute later.
I'm patting her head. I'm just like, shh, it's okay. He's just an idiot.
It's a cat. It's a cat owl. So does it speak Aran?
It says.
So do I understand it?
Yes, because it speaks. It's like somebody who's bilingual speaking both languages at the same time. But you understand the
talk
owl
to it.
and then you understand the cat.
Can I talk to it?
Yeah.
I'll just start chittering to it. Just don't worry. He's only making the noise so that way, if something happens, we can be aware. So right now it's okay. It's just him testing. But in the future, if you hear it again, it's probably bad.
The owl cat makes its patented in response, and you understand that to be effectively, "Oh, okay, still scary."
Don't worry, I'll protect you. And so what he you make it.
She turns her head to look at you, and then continues to turn her head past the almost 360 degrees to look back at words
Luna?
Lunar. Yeah. And then goes back. I'm like, oh, okay. Good protection.
Still scary.
Yeah.
She's just, yeah. Pat, pat. It's okay, sweetie.
Zara, your imp is trying to play tic-tac-toe with you and then cheats.
It sounds like him. My whole life has been cheated by him and somebody else.
They like go. You know how the robot does like outside the box of the available options for tic-tac-toe? They choose that one and then draw a line saying they won.
She rolls her eyes at her and just says, typical, but telepathically, because she's keeping him a secret for now.
Why is she? I think Silver just looks at her playing tag-toe with herself and is just like, okay.
She notices that you're looking at her and she says, this is intricate wizard study. You wouldn't understand.
Okay, that makes sense.
She's kind of a jerk face. I'm not a jerk face for realsies. She's just a jerk face, so don't think I'm mean. I'm just trying to like play her.
No,
She's
we
supposed to be
get it. Don't
sassy.
worry. We get it.
Yeah.
I love mean. I was playing a mean character before I pulled out Peggy, so you could have either gotten this sweet little bird or a very
Grumpy old
very
man.
grumpy old tiefling man.
Yeah, I was gonna
Mean is
say.
the wrong word. She's pompous and arrogant and sassy. I just don't want you guys to think that I'm that way because you don't know.
No, we know.
No.
You're good.
That's all good. Oh no, that's why
I
I
also
say
know you
Des
from
was
outside
about to.
this game, so. Or maybe you and Phineas from the other game last night.
Odoro.
No, I
Yeah.
know Des was about to ask what happened to the god.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What
he
happened to
left.
the grumpy old man? He was here.
He left.
Like just left.
Yeah, he just left.
Oh, that's a shame. I was planning on to annoy him further, but yeah, another time.
Same.
And with that, is anybody else planning on doing anything for the night?
Odoro.
Yes.
Why did you leave your temple?
It's part of my training. You see, once we reach 20 years of age, we have to venture off for a good 5 years to learn the outside world, because otherwise we would just know. We wouldn't really learn anything. We just stuck in the temple the entire time.
Well, I hope you make it back to your deadline.
I hope so too.
Don't worry, with big, strong muscles like that, you'll do anything. Thumbs up.
I appreciate the compliment.
Just gonna like whisper to Luna, like brain hole talk.
Just he flexed his muscles for me. It was really cool. He carried me too. It was cool.
I don't believe I'm going to be doing anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with Des. Des will just continue. We'll just stay up for a bit.
Okay. Phineas doing anything else? Zara doing anything else?
You're using the rest of the honey from my alchemy jug. I'm gonna start brewing a little batch of mead in a
Okay.
bottle and putting it in my backpack.
Alright. Do you have brewer's supplies?
I do.
Neat. Why don't you roll me a survival check or survival or nature check?
It's gonna be a pretty bad batch.
That's okay. Perhaps you can use it as lighter fluid.
I'm even proficient in nature, and it got so bad.
That's why I wanted to give options. And if you weren't proficient in either of those, we would come up with an option.
Silver's just like, it's okay, you're just not familiar with this land yet.
Are you
Sun
saying
is
this
very
land has an effect on Bruce?
There could be something in the air, who knows? Quite literally.
It's like for genies.
Is Zara doing anything else? But besides
Just
talking to
speaking
herself?
with her imp.
Okay.
Yeah, just talking to herself.
All
I think she would ask her imp probably, what does Master think about all this? Is he gonna do anything? Or did he put us here?
That's probably a reason. I don't know what it is.
I guess we'll just keep trudging along then. Hey, whenever that dude over there is asleep, try to see if you can lift his mead. That sounds nice.
Cool. Why don't you roll your imp a stealth check or sleight of hand?
Does an imp have skills like that? Let me look.
If not, then you can still just use whatever modifiers they have, which probably are boosted in dexterity due to them being sneaky.
Like plus dex?
Huh?
Okay, 20 plus dex.
Yeah.
I don't know how to roll free dice in this thing, so I'm gonna do it.
You can
on
do it
the
by
D&D
hand however
Beyond.
you want to.
Yeah. With free dice, what it is you see on the left-hand side where you see like the mouse, the paintbrush, the magnifying glass, and the ruler. Underneath that, there's a little D20 you can see if you hover over it.
Oh, there
There's
totally is.
Yeah, there's a general selection of them you can choose, and then you can just select one.
He has a dex plus 3, so 17.
Sure. What's your Constitution modifier, Phineas? Or score, either one.
I have a Constitution of 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to sneak him off of that.
She doesn't know that that was a bad batch. She's just looking forward to drinking that when he's not looking.
Okay, great. I love it.
But that was my best bottle.
You don't know that it's missing.
Keyword is was.
Well, he would when he wakes up, I guess, if he checks.
Well, morning does indeed rise without an issue, as I rolled for like 10 hours of encounters and nothing happened.
I also think Silver is like knows about like all of the werewolves and stuff like that, so he's gonna be keeping on track of the moon cycle.
Fair enough.
Oh.
As you should.
Oh shit.
That one time with Talbot just put fear into everybody.
I love the sticks and making friends doodles.
Thank you.
They're
I'm
pretty.
trying to draw the other characters next to her. Just like I want to draw like Silver, also like jumping up, and Looney in the background, just like kind of just giving a thumbs up and not looking interested.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they look like, and I can't draw them properly.
Oh, Silver?
Yeah, I sent you a text saying, "What does Silver look like?"
Oh yeah, Silver. Silver usually has. I'll send you the forms of what what he generally looks like. Yeah, it's in his character descriptions. I think that's his current like look now.
Okay.
What are people's out of character emotional states
Happy.
and alertness?
Definitely. This is definitely I was
Out of character.
a bit disturbed. Oh, okay.
You as people, humans,
Hi.
are you
Oh, we are
like?
humans.
Am I
Are you
human? I don't
tired?
know.
You want to keep going?
I'm down.
I'm very
let me see
tired.
what time I work tomorrow.
It's like 11:30 a.m. So I don't think this is a part of my time zones discussion.
Correct.
I don't think it is.
Because you're Australia, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
And neither way.
correct. Australia.
How are the spiders?
Wonderful. I have a daddy long legs with me,
Oh, I love
just
that.
chilling in a corner. But other than that, it's kind of like autumn, winter, so there's not many spiders because they all kind of, go
They're
away.
doing that thing.
They're doing their thing.
Yeah,
I don't
just-
care as long as I don't see them. That's fine. You
my
know?
boss was telling me, she was like, I don't care if they pay me like $1 million. I'm never going to Australia. She hates
Honestly-
What are
spiders.
everybody's time zones? So Australia, East Coast, and we're Pacific?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm chilled.
I am a little sleepy because I'm just sleepy. So
Well, Magic mentioned being kind of ready to conk it.
I mean, yeah, I had like a full 9-hour shift, and
ooh,
I've
get some
hopped
rest.
onto here.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be a little bit. This would be a good place to do it without knowing what's ahead of you, so that way it's not like we stop if an encounter were or were not to happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so that way we don't like stop and like an encounter will happen next week. Because that way this
Right on,
is
next
kind of
time.
like a question mark. What's gonna happen?
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Plot
I'm
twist, we get
chilled.
back
Plot
next
twist.
week
It
and
was
we're
all a
dead.
dream. You're still at Strahd's dinner table.
Oh my gosh. Imagine that, like, we couldn't leave. Like, as soon as you want to leave the castle, you just loop back in. And you're just like,
No, it's actually all a dream, and we're still at the camp.
But the moment we turned back
Luna
around
doesn't
to
exist.
look at the...
She's in a hallucination.
The moment we turn back around to look at the doors, like, we see them closed and we turn around again and we're, like, facing at the doors again. Turn back around again, we're back inside.
Yep. Alright. I'm chill.
Yeah,
Alright.
preferred forms of him are basically sexy tiefling.
By the way, for
Naturally.
those of you who are also new people, there's some kind of mysterious countdown.
Oh.
Who knows what it is?
Do we know
in-game.
what? Do we know what the countdown is? Like, what number we're up to?
7. Or sorry, 6.
7. 6? Alright.
Because Strahd mentioned having plans for something at the dinner table to make him stronger.
Uh-huh. Oh. Got you.
Oh
we really
boy.
need to level up, folks.
Hey boy.
Indeed we do. And I better practice my clever skills before something happens.
Maybe we shouldn't roll so high on the encounter thing, so we can actually get some
Oh,
encounters.
you trust me, you don't want them, because when
You'd
they
roll
do,
fuck-
they do happen, it's like genuinely. If you're not planning on just running away, which is why you guys did well, even when everybody was trying to run away, Peggy still got downed.
Yeah,
wow,
because
okay.
I kept getting caught up to by the wolves. So I couldn't run because I knew I'd get hit. So I would, like, blast them in their faces, and then I'd run again because they'd die immediately. But then some of them caught up to me, and just immediately Peggy's just down.
Because the way the combat works in this one is, if combat happens, usually at least one person will be downed.
Yeah, big fan.
It's just because it's like the world is brutal, but also you can use stealth, you can use distractions, you can throw them away.
Yeah.
And if you avoid an encounter like that that's meant to be hostile, I want to try to give half experience for them so you guys still find a way to gain experience without having to fight something.
Hey.
That way I can throw big monsters at
Teachable
you
encounter.
guys, and then you avoid them, and you get half of a big experience pool.
Alright, that sounds good.
Anywho,
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a good spot. We'll make it day 6 of spring, 13XX. So that way, at 7
Yay.
a.m. in the morning, in game, we'll have packed up and be on the road.
On the road again. All right.
Sounds good.
Oh, one more thing we need to do before we end. We gotta vote for the person who's getting their DM inspiration. If you look in the,
I think Phineas because beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it was
yeah.
lovely. Way to stick
Oh,
to your
man.
character and just I loved it all
I'll
around.
second that.
cool.
Yes, definitely.
There we go.
Because that really took me off guard to go
You
try.
guys,
I
don't
love this
encourage
character
him
already.
too much. I'm
I
not gonna
love
hear
a
it the
good
rest of the
shit
night.
salesman, and it was gold.
Yeah.
It was ambrosia to me.
Cool. That's 4. That's a majority.
I was just thinking of the the Sweeney Todd "It's Piss" song.
It's oh yes.
Yeah, it's just
You guys made him happy. He's over here smiling like a little kid.
Good.
Good. 'Cause
All
it was
night, that's
really
all I'm gonna
sweet.
hear. Did you hear that they liked me? They're gonna give me the inspiration all
Did-
night.
Did you?
Good
Did
for
you?
him.
This is the
He
whole reason
deserves
I came up with
inspiration.
this idea, so that way we could make people get in happy, so people have to suffer from over positivity. You're welcome. But yeah, he did well. So there you go. DM inspiration. The way it works is anytime, even off after somebody lands a critical. So any ally you can negate, but I'm also gonna make it you can use it for an enemy. So I'm gonna change it a bit.
Oh, that's dope.
So that way, if
That's
a
fun.
creature somebody criticals, you can provide a roleplay reason with the person that's getting hit or something. You have to do some roleplay to it. And if you can make it work, then the DM inspiration goes through.
Awesome.
Meaning that they'd have to roll again and take the lower number.
Nice.
So that way it can be ally helping them stop from death or enemy preventing a strong hit, but it still aids your allies. Or you can help the enemy. That's fine too. I don't care. Depending on your good or evil alignment, I believe in you all. Use it how you want to.
Yay. I'm just neutral. I'm just chilling.
Good.
Oh
means
boy,
numerous
chaotic good,
options.
chaotic good alignment.
Chaotic neutral. I'm just
Chaotic
here for a
good.
party. I have
Same
a
as
party
Silver,
hat
just
on, a little, what's it called? The little
Streamer?
things. Yes, streamers. Some cheerleading things. Woof, woof.
Wait, I got you.
I'm not done with the doodle yet. 'Cause
Yes.
I hate you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah!
I'm not done with the doodle yet, but this is kind of just the idea I had.
Okay, before I look at it, I just want to say, wow, that's impressive.
Oh my gosh.
I was right. Okay,
Woo, making friends, yeah.
good. Still angrily chomping on bread.
Okay, now I need
Yeah,
to find
she
the mouse.
is.
Yeah,
She's
as I
like,
said,
she's like, I haven't eaten before. I don't know what's good, but this here, great.
Gotta keep your bread in the game, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
he's usually the blue tiefling.
I just like it. Yay. Thumbs up.
It's just like I just love the idea of just like Silver and like Peggy just like, oh yeah, best friends forever, and there's just them in the background like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just like inside she's like, oh my god, friends, oh my god, and she's like so excited, but like on the outside she's just like Yes, she is eating bread. Yes. Yes. I think that's got to be a thing now that she's just randomly. You'll just look away for 2 seconds, look
Cool.
back, and she just has another piece of bread in her mouth.
Or honey mead.
It's even moldy. Like it's getting
Aw.
moldy. She doesn't care. She's just like she's still having it.
I'm gonna tell you all right now. Peggy's gonna make friends with everybody.
Yeah.
That's how I
That's
beat
her
my
goal.
last game that I played as her, because I befriended so many different people, and
Except for,
I
except
fucking
for
massacred.
Nazgul.
Except for
Except for
Nazgul,
Nazgul.
because he was a little shithead. He was
I
just
love
causing
Nazgul.
fires and being awful and screaming about the Bright Lord. And Peggy's just over here like, no one really seems to like him, and he's kind of being a douche. So, fucking full Nelson his ass.
And started the encounter with the party.
You killed a man.
His name is Inigo Montoya.
Was it me? I died. Was it me? Did you kill me? Murderer.
Killed
You
a
were
man.
there.
Carriage driver.
Where were you on the night of the 27th? Right here, right now. Murderer.
My name is Nuna. You killed my body. Prepare to die.
I have to draw her now. And the
I'm
funny
also
thing is
hoping
that
to
like
draw characters for people.
yeah, she's just chilling. She's just there.
Alright, I'm
I love that
head
kind of
out.
character.
See you guys.
Good night. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Lovely to meet you.
Yee.
So
Take
speak
Bye.
care,
to
everybody.
Thank you for letting us
Bye.
join in.
Of
Yeah.
course, it's always fun. Big party.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time I'll be able to be more, how I say, more. Hopefully I'll be more interactive next time. But yeah, it was fun.
Hopefully my sleep is better, so I'm more like, hey, what's going on?
More
Alert.
aware.
Yeah.
Let's try not to die. I'll make sure you all have your hit points up together.
Yeah, I needed you. I remember when Peggy was like nearly dead because I failed 2 death saves, and I was just like, "Fuck,
Eh.
man, Peggy's about to die," and I guess I'll just bring
This is
Alagog
like-
back.
This is like the second time in a D&D game where I play a cleric, and whenever I'm not around, something
That's when the bad things
happens.
happen? Yeah.
It's really funny because my character has advantage on death saves because she's already been dead, so but I could already tell I've got to get like 2 natural ones even
Well,
with
you gotta
advantage.
keep in mind
so...
that it's a 15 now instead of a 10.
Yeah. Exactly, but it's got that doesn't matter. They're both going to be natural ones. Like I already know that.
And
I had
also,
the
just
worst luck.
FYI, monsters will attack you while you're down, depending on
Yeah,
their
of course.
intelligence.
That makes sense.
And don't let him try to skimp out on it because he's tried doing that for me before.
Yeah. I don't like
It
killing
doesn't like
players.
if they want you dead, they're gonna want you dead. They're not gonna like see you down, breathe, and be like, meh. They're gonna want you dead.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I prefer
I
the
just don't like
darkness
doing
behind
it.
I love
No, it's
doing
a big
it.
fag.
I will abuse it so hard. I love doing it so much.
Yeah, but
God knows from experience.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess it depends on
My
the player.
character, yeah, my character got turned into paste by a dragon.
You're welcome.
So that was a scary experience.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, I think yes, it depends on the player, but I guess like that's like the game that we all like agreed to play.
I mean, we all
Right.
signed up for this, so.
Yeah.
I know, I just
And
don't wanna, but I want to at the same time.
I mean, the thing is, like, I would, just let you know, if my character dies, I'm fine with that. Just letting you know, I'm completely down.
I just
down
want
for-
to make sure that the deaths have value. They're not just like, oops, you slipped and fell. There's a knife there. You're dead now.
Honestly, if Peggy
It's
died, it
not
would have been
another.
so
It's not
much
another
better.
with the umbrella. Wow. If you know that
It's not-
reference.
At least it would not be worse than dying to alcohol poisoning.
Is that from? I forget what anime that's from.
I don't know. That hangover for a year would probably sent you somewhere.
Would that work for undead?
I don't know.
I do.
Would undead die from alcohol? Okay, well, just play the player. Just letting you know. I'm playing a vampire,
Oh, nice.
and I'm not sure if that if alcohol affects my character.
Probably does, but like you recover more quickly from it. Like it only you only feel tipsy for like 5 seconds or something, you know.
I think
I
it
mean, if I get
depends
in that
fully
one,
on DM discretion. I know if it was me, I would probably have it to where you'd have a higher, you'd have more of a feeling towards it, so you wouldn't be as affected. But if you rolled low enough, you would be, but not for long.
It
just so
doesn't
far the
really have
game
too much
simply
of an
destroyed this
effect
whole
on
drug.
gameplay, so I'd do it for what you guys want to do. It's more of a roleplay thing.
That's true. Judging by this party dynamic, I think we're good with. I think we're good with like walls, because we have a heal. Um,
Cleric,
we have some
sorcerer.
spellcasters, a
We have
rogue.
majority spellcasters, other than like,
We
like
don't have a tank, don't we?
we have a monk.
Yep. And Silver, he's not really a tank yet, but
He's getting somewhere. I'm proud of him though.
yeah.
I'll
Same.
make. I'll make sure. Sorry. I'll make sure to show off in session, so I could definitely be around with
That is
to
another
make sure your
thing.
characters survive.
Let me look at the calendar here really quick. I think we might be able to do like 2 more weeks on Wednesday, but then we might need to change the day around again.
Well, I mean, definitely let me know which day, so I can definitely let my people know.
Well,
It depends on the specific days, because if it's days where I know I close, which is normally like, I always close Sundays, but those days are taken up by Casey's, which I would never give that up for the world.
Right.
There's normally I don't do Mondays, but if I do Mondays and then I don't do Tuesdays, then either one of those days I usually end up closing.